In recent history, the popularity of modern day battle rap has seen many entities attempt to enter and carve out their own space in the culture. The results have varied, with many leagues and platforms falling to the wayside, with only a select few having a steady and consistent output over many years. One company in particular, since its introduction into the game in late 2013, has not only become one of the biggest platforms in the culture by sheer fanbase and stature, but also by its contributions to the game with culture-shifting moments, classic battles, memorable grudges, and forever innovative ideas. This being none other than Rare Breed Entertainment, also known as RBE. In this video, we will look at the significant impact RBE has had on the battle rap culture at large. So without further ado, this is Brick by Brick, the RBE story.
But yeah, co-owner, shout out to my brother Shata, what up boy? Co-owner of Rare Breed Entertainment. Okay. We are an entertainment platform, not a battle rap league. There is a difference. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We are an entertainment platform. We getting into movie skits. We already put out battle rap's first movie trailer skit. You know what I'm saying? We're a premier battle rap platform right now. Proud that the fans are getting behind us. The battle rap culture supporting us right now. We're putting on. We just expanding the game. You know what I mean? We hungry and we're making some waves right now.
As you just heard from co-owner ARP, RBE is by definition an entertainment platform. ARP has always tended to refer to RBE as either a company or a platform rather than a battle rap league. This is evidenced by how RBE has operated, as over the years they have delved into and incorporated many different types of entertainment into their operations that may not be considered typical by battle rap league standards. This includes, but is not limited to, live performances, scripted miniseries, entertainment blogs, hip-hop discussions, music videos, and hood vlogs. What also might not be known to the wider battle rap community is that RBE also does marketing, management, and promotions, amongst other business endeavors. The name itself, Rare Breed Entertainment, also shows the pre-planning for this, as they did not name themselves as a league like most leagues typically tend to do. This is not too dissimilar to UK battle rap company Don't Flop Entertainment, who also had many different types of entertainment on the channel and not only battles. Before RBE's rise, we'd need to first look at the years leading up to its creation and its first year overall. Co-owners ARP and Shotta both grew up in the hip-hop culture. Graffiti, breakdancing, and the entire hip-hop explosion in the 80s would not just be a pastime for them, but influence their way of life. This by extension would include a lifelong interest in battle rap, as this was part of the hip-hop culture in general, whether on or off beat. In the early 2000s, they would both get a tattoo of the word Rare Breed, which by definition is a person or thing with characteristics that are uncommon among their kind, a rarity. Years later, this would double up as the name of the company we know as RBE today, which fully lives up to its namesake. Fast forwarding to 2012, before ARP the owner of RBE existed, there was ARP the fan. He would spend thousands of dollars of his own money to visit events across the country to watch battles. You can even see him present in footage such as URL's Any Given Sunday, which went down in March 2012, King Juice's triumph over Demise card in February 2013, and King of the Dot's Battle of the Bay 6 in October 2013. During this time period, battles would often take weeks, sometimes months to drop. With ARP attending the majority of the bigger scale events, he would whether knowingly or unknowingly turn into a blogger via his popular Twitter updates running down the events. Shortly after, he would eventually transition to video recaps on YouTube.
What up? It's your boy ARP. I'm gonna give y'all a quick recap for the Guerrilla Warfare Awakening event. Like I promised, try to make this as fast as possible. I'm really trying to zip through this shit, plus I'm tired of shit. I'm still out here in Chicago. Let me just address something real quick for the people that hit me up. Once again, salute to everybody that hits up my Twitter. Follow me at itsarp, ITSARP if you don't already. Hit up my YouTube comments. I get right back at y'all. I get right back at y'all on Twitter too. Retweet y'all and all that. Hit me up, holla at me. But a lot of people ask me for updates during the battles for the bars. For the people that's asking me for those, let me just wrap this up real quick. I can't tweet all the bars. I don't have enough battery life on my cell phone. When I used to do that, my phone used to die at these events, straight up. So I try to give y'all some details. I try to give y'all, who won the rounds, who won the battles. I try to tweet some other little shit that's going on. But that's the best I could do. I fuck with y'all because y'all fuck with me, but I can only do but so much. So, bear with me. Truth be told, don't nobody else go to more events than me. I'm not talking shit, it's just the reality. Nobody goes to more events than me, state to state, out the country, across the country. So I try to hook y'all up.
2 battlers and 1 media personality would in the same year plant the seeds in ARP's mind to create RBE, namely Math Hoffa, Swave Sever, and Star from Star and Buck Wild. In February of 2013, ARP would join Star's promotion and marketing company Battle Rap Media on a 6-month deal as a financial partner. With ARP and other partners backing the company, they would run several events, including the Hell Up in Harlem card, which featured Chrissy Yamaguchi vs Tori Doe, and the Big Payback card, which featured 40 Bars vs Duchess. Both of these battles were considered good cards by those in attendance, and also upon the battle's release on YouTube. Summer Madness 3 would roll around, and ARP would be front and center for the Math and Serious incident, and will witness Swave Sever running to the stage to hold down a friend of his in the chaos immediately after. This would say a lot about Swave's character to ARP, and led to him wanting to book him for a battle. Post Summer Madness 3, Star would attempt to book Math vs QB Black Diamond for Battle Rap Media, which was a battle that ARP disliked. He instead wanted to see Math vs Swave, which Star did not want to book. Shotta and ARP discussed the match and decided to put it together on their own, and in the process realized they already had the in-depth knowledge of the culture through ARP, and with their combined finances could put together matches on their own, thus creating RBE. Although the Math battle never blossomed, ARP still made Swave the main event, and the rest of the event was built after his initial match was set up with Rosenberg Raw as the headliner for their first ever card, New Year Order. This card showcased almost all aspects of modern battle rap, with a mixture of tiers, 1-round and 3-round battles, as well as a battle for the ladies. RBE would also be one of the first to heavily incorporate bloggers in their events, as evidenced by the roundtable discussion on the card comprising of ARP, 3 Letter Man, J Black, and Angry Fan. This first card would receive a lot of support from the battle rap community, with names such as Debo, Nunu Nels, Uncle Ra, Star, and Beasley in attendance. It would also be the start of a long partnership with Club Drum as their home base for their New York cards.
I was brought up around cars and women. Beef, I'm in front of your house, gun on my lap in the car, just sitting. I'm talking that gat type of spray. You want to be known as a battle rapper? Cool. We laying our murder game down, clown. I'm trying to be known in that type of way. I'm talking that long snub, banging some sparks out. Body shots, operation. I bet you I get a buzz by taking some parts out. Yeah! Yeah! The only reason I took this battle is because I needed something to eat. The only reason you got booked this battle is because you was cheap. Bargain price. On this stage, I done had the hardest fights, but this is my house. You can't move me, nigga. Squatters' rights. You not in my league, Danger. I'm a totally different breed, Danger. Where I'm from, they breed danger. This ain't no damn joke. You don't know about letting that can smoke. Gun residue still on your fingers. You trying to clean it with hand soap. Big guns. All that name flipping. Bar after bar, but they ain't hitting. Me, I shoot straight to the point. I'll aim different. Where's the charisma at? That was today's lesson. Matter of fact, y'all battle rappers should have met me on Christmas. I was giving out stage presents.
A successful maiden year would continue, with RBE debuting 2 of its now staple series back to back in Lift His Soul and Blood, Sweat and Tears. Lift His Soul continued the trend of meshing tiers and even provided a huge spotlight for those considered mid-tier or below at the time. RBE would continue to give some of the founding bricks shine on this card, including Oops, Rosenberg, Show Off, who had been spotted at Trap House New York, and Addy Boom, who had been seen at Spitters Battle League and The Quiet Room. Interestingly enough, this card could also have seen the debut of none other than Nunu Nels. At the time, Nunu was going back and forth with Boss Chick Rain, and ARP was in discussion with URL's Beasley about RBE possibly hosting the battle between the two. This eventually fell apart, but goes to show that initially there was potential for a business relationship between RBE and URL.
You know, you took your shots. They was fun. Now, I'm going to take mine now, too. All right? So, I know that when you get a little older sometimes, you know, your memory evades you and shit like that. You forget things sometimes when you get a little older, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how old Beasley is, but shout out to however old he is. But since you brought up Nels, speaking of Nels, do you happen to remember when we was on the phone, we had a nice, good 20, 30-minute conversation about battle rappers and business and the fact that we owners, we lose so much money using Western Union for battle rappers that don't have PayPal. And speaking of Nels, we spoke about Nels on that conversation. Word. We spoke about on the Lift His Soul card doing Nels versus who? Who?
Bullshit Rain.
Oh,
Rain.
Oh, you know about that.
Okay.
Okay. So Beasley and I was the same guy. We was on the phone chopping it up about doing that battle. And we discussed how we would work it out. Right. You know, RBE, we would keep the footage being that we was going to pay for that. That was just RBE being RBE, doing a left field battle, giving Nels an opportunity because I fuck with Nels as a person. She's a cool girl.
It was also the card in which another huge part of RBE would fall into place. ARP would offer VIP tickets to support the league, and Lawrence would take advantage of this opportunity to get involved in the culture and invest into it. Shortly after, he would join RBE as a partner, not too dissimilar to how ARP joined forces with Star on Battle Rap Media the year prior. Blood, Sweat and Tears would conclude what had been an incredible first year for RBE, with them continuing to provide something for all types of fans on this card. The card would become a staple for RBE and would reflect ARP's desire to have a tierless system in the company.
Blood, Sweat and Tears is our theme. It's our first series. And what Blood, Sweat and Tears represents is a theme and a philosophy that I carried from 2013 into 2014. And what that is not giving a fuck about the tears.
Okay.
Not giving a fuck about the representation of this guy's bigger than you so y'all can't battle. I've always carried that mind state that nice is nice. I don't care if one person's here for 10 years and the other person just got here. If this man is nice, I want to see y'all clash. That's what it's been about for me. So a lot of talk has been around those type of cards, those type of matchups for a while, but talk is cheap. So November 1st, we put the money up. We had the balls to promote that type of card, put it together, carry it out, and now we're delivering great battles from that card.
Blood, Sweat and Tears 1 would continue to develop names such as Show Off, Addy Boom and Oops by gifting them names it may have taken a long time to get elsewhere in Swave, Goods and O-Red, who actually faced off against Oops in a $2,000 judged battle. The ladies were also represented on the card by Bonnie and Mulatto Black. There was even a surprise battle with Jim's opponent being revealed as the returning Rich Dollars.
We see y'all in Detroit, that's why I question your credibility. I mean, y'all say he top tier, but I don't see Red's ability. Hold on, credibility, see Red's ability. You cut your hair off, that's cool. I was gonna knock each one of them micros off. Shoot, surf, arch. You run with squares to excel, nigga, you Microsoft. Now let those words process, and we can get to the next joint, cause one finger like that presentation up. Now that's a PowerPoint. See, I know your pedigree. Talk shit like you from the hood, but you ain't never there. St. Louis, Lob City, you can catch Oops everywhere. I mean, you top 10 niggas remind me of female strippers. ARP, you heard what I said, bro? I mean, a couple polls got them winning and the money you tossing and fuck these bitches' heads up. See, sure.
Real shit.
He can't look me in my eyes and ask me what my life like, nigga. Fuck walking in my shoes. He couldn't even handle the sound bites, nigga.
Oops, you some bitch-made bitter nigga. When you rap, all I hear is huffing, puffing, cock buffing, and piping. Every battle you got a shot toss smacking them, you reciting. You don't even do it for the right shit. You just write shit, cause you know you never get to the URL. Your computer got a virus. I said that Cal on me. It's nothing to make a coward leak a martial artist before the fight. You'll get a bow from me. This dum-dum for the dum-dum doubting me. And the scout would hate and leave that nigga upstairs outside like a balcony. I'll damn it you, my cannon shoot and blend this Oops nigga. Let a hollow tip expand your roof, nigga. You like poetry? Bow! Say hello to Maya Angelou, nigga. Nah, I ain't trying to be that disrespectful. I was only calling her Maya. She with Ill and Huggins. Say hello to Maya Angelou, niggas.
Despite RBE building many positive relationships in its first year with other leagues, media, and bloggers, there would be a grudge simmering between URL and RBE. This was most likely due to the league's rapid rise in popularity and disputes over the bookings of certain talents. With the alleged interference in the JC and Addy Boom battle, and the start of URL putting battlers under long-term contracts, ARP would highlight the discrepancies from the very beginning, and would be one of the few names to speak out against the attempted monopolization of battle rap, as evidenced in this clip captured at the end of RBE's first successful year.
And are certain league owners trying to monopolize battle rap?
Of course, they telling y'all. They telling y'all. I don't even have to put that out as an opinion. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing the interviews, you're seeing the blogs.
Yeah.
And it's not like battle rap started like that. There's 100 fucking leagues. You just don't hear about them because they're smaller. Every fucking state has at least 1 or 2 fucking leagues, whether they're doing it in their backyard or they're doing it on a big stage in a venue. You know what I'm saying? So.
Now that we know how RBE came to fruition and the thinking behind it, we can now look at the different aspects that have led to it being so successful, starting with its tendency to bring fresh and innovative ideas to the table on a consistent basis. With many leagues and platforms, there tends to be a regular format they stick to, with them setting up battles in a typical 3-round or 1-round fashion on a card full of mostly male MCs that may not have any major impact once the card has concluded. RBE's innovation since their entry to the game has been a breath of fresh air, and it would be hard to argue that their ideas have influenced many other leagues to incorporate them into their own operations. Despite their busy schedule, it is even more impressive that RBE has without fail introduced either a new series or stipulation on one of their events every single year. In 2014 it was Blood, Sweat and Tears, in which they meshed the matchups to reflect skill and ability rather than a battler's tier. This series would become a fan favourite and a repeat highlight whenever a new installment is announced. In 2015 it was Validation, a small room series that RBE would put together to spotlight the lyricists of the game and also to highlight the importance of the small room at a time when battle rap was mainly focused towards bigger stage events. It could be argued that this series helped to influence battle rap's return to the smaller rooms from which they originated. In 2016 it was the Starting 5 card that pitted teams against each other in judged battles that would put an onus back on winning and losing, something the game was severely lacking at this time. It even drew praise from, at the time, URL representative Norbs, despite the ongoing feud between the companies.
Like, I went to the RBE event and they had a whole judge battle event, 5-on-5 Team Holly versus Writers.
That was a dope idea. Shout out to RBE for that. That was dope.
And like, I wanted to know if it's like, just being in the building, I seen like the level of competition rise a little bit, where nobody wanted to lose now. Like,
in 2017, it was the Writers Volume 1, a second small room series for RBE that provided a welcome break from the heavy emphasis on main stage battles at the time. It was geared particularly to battlers with acclaimed pens and was heavily applauded by fans and media alike.
They be throwing matches together that you look at and it's like, body bag, and then it turns out to be a classic.
That card that they have, I'm pretty excited for it.
Unbelievable card. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The writers.
Got literally all the writers, like like all the people that are like, oh, this person's got a crazy pen, like that person's on this card.
In 2018 it was the Pearly Gates 2 card, which had many star names that agreed to have the event fully judged with money on the line for every battle. To be able to get star names to agree to this showed by 2018 just how respected RBE had become. In 2019 it was Closure, one of the riskiest events RBE held, in which nearly all of the participants had some form of grudge against one another, with some even being physical confrontations. This again was a must-see event and was not seen before in the culture, with it successfully taking place without any tempers boiling over in the battles. In 2020, despite the pandemic, RBE still managed to innovate in creating social distance. These were one-round battles that also meshed many different tiers and awarded battlers a cash prize for the best creativity and visuals. The first installment's success spawned the well-received Social Distance 2 card, in which more battles were added and provided much-needed entertainment during a difficult year. In 2021, Max Out arguably dominated the year and showcased RBE's forward thinking in being one of the first major leagues to put on a large-scale event post-pandemic. The energy around Cassidy and Hitman's match even spilled over to the wider hip-hop circle, with many big names discussing it.
RBE Rare Breed Entertainment presents April 3rd. Cassidy versus Hitman Holla. I didn't know about this until people started telling me, yo dog, you might want to check out that face off between Hitman Holla and Cassidy. And I was like, why? And they said, just watch it. So I went and watched it, and they looked like they were about to fight each other. They screamed at each other the whole time. They dissed each other the whole time. ARP looked like he didn't want to intervene at all, and this is how you sell a match.
2022 saw RBE put on the new pop-out series Straight to It, which literally lived up to its name and saw battlers get straight to it. No frills or gimmicks, but a stacked card that would spawn several more installments and would be pre-filmed in secrecy and dropped in full on YouTube. It would also include post-battle face-offs that would give a different side of the conversation from the battlers fresh off the battle. Going by their track record, we should be getting yet another unique type of card or series introduced in 2023. RBE also consistently takes good matchmaking to a new level. They have a keen eye for booking battles that leagues either decline to touch due to the popularity or recent form of one or both MCs, or by booking out of the blue matchups that many would look at and think Why didn't I think of that? One of the most notable examples of this is Verb versus Murder Mook. There were many narratives going into the battle, such as questions around Mook making a long-awaited return in a smaller room being detrimental to his performance, Verb's loss to Pat Stay raising questions as to whether he was deserving of this opportunity, and a relatively small build-up in years prior for the match, with it being widely known that Verb wanted to battle Loaded Lux. This was all disproved on the Rare Breeds card, and the dominoes would fall in place for Verb to get the Loaded Lux battle immediately after on URL, signifying the importance of the Mook matchup in making that happen. Hitman Holler and Bill Collector is another major example of the great matchmaking over at RBE. At the time, Hitman being a major star via his TV appearances and making his RBE debut would in most fans' eyes command a similar type of opponent in stature to him, such as Mook, Clips or Lux. RBE decided, to the surprise of many, to revisit the incident that occurred between Bill and Hitman at Summer Madness 2 8 years prior, and would base the entire closure card around this. The result would be a classic battle which arguably started Bill's excellent run that year and has become RBE's second most viewed battle of all time with just over 5 million views. RBE's years of building itself as a respectable platform has allowed it to remain relatively free from grabbing at anything that could be deemed as a ploy to provide immediate attention to the company. For example, the chaos that was the battle between Keith Murray and Fredro Starr on MC War. It technically does count as an industry return, with both men having success in the industry, but due to them both being out of tune with the culture, it came across as a mockery of what modern day battle rap is. The battle did garner over 800,000 views for MC War, but there seems to have been no staying power as they still only have 13,000 subscribers on their channel. RBE on the other hand have steadily used established stars to boost their platform. In most instances, these stars, whether returning or active, tend to give a great account of themselves on the RBE stage. This is not just true of the industry returns, as you can look at a laundry list of big names in the culture that would debut and have multiple good showings on RBE, such as Calico, Hitman, Charlie Clips, Verb, 40 Bars, Hollow, Arsenal, QB Black Diamond, Math Hoffa, Daylight, DNA, the late great Pat Stay, O-Red, Big K, Reed Dollars and Goods, amongst other names. These names have helped RBE grow by lending their star power to the platform's ideas while simultaneously benefiting financially and helping the platform to grow with the added exposure. In terms of returns, the first to really shake the tree would be the return of Murder Mook in 2018 versus Verb after a 5-year absence. This was another major turning point in which RBE announced themselves as a platform capable of bringing even the biggest names in the culture back to the main stage. This return would dominate the culture in 2018 with not just the desire of fans to see the battle, but also the drama surrounding the interference attempts on the card and their head-to-head with URL with their Summer Madness 7 card.
You know, cause there was some other battle rap niggas that Smack was paying them not to be on the card.
Oh, that's
yeah. Yeah. Hey, I just tell niggas what it is, man. Hey, a couple battle rap niggas told me, I'm telling, hey, bro, me, listen. Smack, like I said, Smack don't know what kind of business I got going on. Me and him cool, we cool. Don't chill out. Don't run away.
King Los's return on the same card also provided much intrigue, with the only battle footage of his currently available being a battle from 2001 on YouTube. Despite his original opponent being cancelled, he still had an excellent comeback against Head Ice, which led to him returning again on RBE in 2021 and also making his URL debut in the same year. Legendary Harlem battler Jay Mills would make his return to the culture and RBE debut after a 10-year absence from the game, which again would bring much attention and publicity to the culture with such a historic return. Although Mills' first battle back wouldn't be perfect, he would still have repeated appearances on RBE and is now booked to make his URL debut versus Geechee this year. Jag is another rapper who has always had close links with the culture. He would make his debut in an impressive showing against Math in RBE's first in-person event since the pandemic. With no battle footage prior, besides some radio battles, RBE again have to be applauded for their willingness to take a risk on showcasing him. Jag now has become an RBE staple, with him making multiple appearances on the platform. 40 Cal will be the next to make a major return to the culture after last being seen on Fight Club in the early 2000s. He would have a great showing on his debut versus Ill Will on the Get Back card in 2020. This would spawn a great partnership with RBE, with him having multiple battles and hosting an online battle league on the RBE channel. Lastly, but certainly not least, Cassidy, coming off what many would deem a poor battle with Arsenal, would be booked to make his RBE debut versus Hitman Holler in RBE's first event post-pandemic. The risks taken on this were huge, with Cassidy and Hitman's purses alone accounting for a big expense, and it also had the added pressure of many initially not wanting to see Cassidy again so soon. RBE's promo of the battle became a viral sensation, with it becoming the highest viewed face-off in battle rap history, and it sits at just over 3.6 million views on the RBE channel. The press coverage and energy leading into this battle would lead to a superb max-out event for RBE, and would lead to Cassidy subsequently getting booked versus Freeway on URL. When the culture is boiled down to its most basic components, the battles are arguably the most important part of the entire culture. Over its almost decade of existence, RBE has been able to put on battles that will stand the test of time, and a vast majority have shifted the culture one way or another. If you speak to most battle rap fans and ask them to list their 10 most favourite battles of all time, it would not be a surprise to see one or more RBE battles in there. On a regular basis, certain battles tend to become larger than life, with them going viral and spilling over into the wider hip hop circle. RBE, again, has plenty of these over their many years in the game. It is impossible to lay out all of RBE's standout battles one by one, but I will showcase some clips of a few of my favourite RBE battles mixed in with some of the most culture-shifting moments from a variety of different years that show the high level of performances MCs tend to bring to the RBE stage on a regular basis.
He about to do a whole lot of talking on this stage. That's ARP. Your whole image is forced, bro, and really it'd make me laugh at you. Pussy come at me like you straight. I'll curb the attitude. You 6'2", football builder. I know how to tackle you. You can see Hawks or the Eagles. Which team you trying to get drafted to? You are about to get drugged. Watch it. I'ma go wild. Bar to bar. That's club hopping. I'm a man first. I don't understand the thug nonsense. Come suspect. That's only getting your mug shot and I'll drop him. I know him and his team faggots that could never be on a roll. Cause I see average. My niggas fucking up.
I said, I don't think you really know what you in for. I got a gun longer than the ARP intro. I came in here with some goons in case shit get shaky. But you came in here 30 deep, and it's just you and Miss Gracie.
Bazooka Joe ain't bubblegum, nor that Glock 18 with the double drum. 100 shot, rapid fire, got your set smothered. I'm going nuts on the drums like Step Brothers. You a rapper, I'm a shooter. I clench my hammer. Got a buzz off the max like French Montana. So you garbage.
But nigga, we can gladly scrap. This 9-iron wasn't in Caddyshack. I get your BM Afton, blacker face. Now tell your daddy that. I come from a wild, dumb text. This bitch come easy like drunk sex. 45, still scratching like Funk Flex. This nigga, I was just in your city last week. You right. I was hella scared. Nigga, it was handshakes and hugs everywhere. I said, where Calico? You know, cause he put his stain there. Atlanta. Oh, so you Southern Cal, acting like it won't rain there. Nigga, you's a bitch.
I showed all you niggas love. You was a cornball when I met you. Now all you niggas thugs. I'm shocked at the way I was treated. I was all you niggas plugs. Yeah. I've been in your city, up at all you niggas clubs, fucking all y'all baddest bitches, serving all your niggas drugs. I seen your sister at the club and gave your auntie a hug. I exaggerate a lot of shit, but you know I ain't making that up. Punching on, hey, I hate when niggas don't listen. I got this bitch scamming. Punching on Cam in the store like Joe Mixon. This nigga ain't even got no fans. That be my fans that fuck with you when I go missing. This Wilma Ho tripping. This Wilma Ho came here looking for the knockout but wasn't prepared to go the distance. I ain't speaking on verb hair, but I brought extensions. I don't even like lame niggas' names in my mentions. It's funny what they do for the fame and the attention. I spent my last month playing the game, blowing strings while he trained for the Olympics. Hey, y'all gonna love him if y'all hate real. I lost my cousin to some fake pills. My niggas hustling, trying to make M's. I can't be struggling, it gotta make sense for me to come on your platform and battle a nigga I don't take serious. Give me my money, point blank, period. Say it louder for niggas in the back that can't hear him. My shooters prowling, coming for them stacks to tap their tears. Give them they deposit and they gon' give him even if it take a year. Man. I brought Visine to the battle, I wanna make it clear.
It got the most views on this channel.
Where is
what are you
that,
talking
though?
about? What
I
you mean
didn't
where's
hear
that?
about it.
My last battle got 5 million views, bro.
Hear about
My
it,
last battle on the internet that
didn't
just
hear
dropped
it.
got 5 million
I
views.
didn't hear about it though.
That's your fault.
I ain't know you was having one.
5 million.
Like anytime
5
I'm about to
million,
have a
dude.
battle, shit lit.
You got a battle with 5 million?
Pandemonium.
Do you got a battle?
I don't give a fuck what you know.
I bet you don't play with me.
I bet you don't play with me though.
And I done watched the nigga grab you.
You try to
I done watched the nigga
grab
grab
you.
you.
do it. You grab
I don't
me.
have to.
You grab me now.
I'm not.
You grab me and watch what happens.
I'm not gonna grab you.
I don't give a fuck because I will hurt you, I don't give a fuck if it's the littlest nigga or the biggest nigga. I will hurt you. You would never hurt me. I will beat the shit out you, nigga.
All right.
No.
No. What y'all doing?
Jesus.
To him.
What, bro? Why you pointing out I'm swallowing?
You're swallowing and trying to talk.
And that's still, you still going.
Listen.
You still going,
Let me
Verb.
explain something to y'all. I'm not a New York
Verb,
nigga.
you
I don't
can't
give a fuck
tell
about
me.
none of y'all games.
Verb, let's put
How
this on
about
the
that?
table.
Let's
Let's put this on the table before this even start, bro. You're not gonna sit here and let me explain something to y'all to death. Verb, we sick of you. Let me explain. Verb, that's your favorite shit. Let me explain something to y'all. I guarantee you can't go through this interview without trying to explain something.
Do you want to just talk?
Verb, why you always talking about gay shit?
Gay shit? From your squad?
Jesus.
Niggas, you out your motherfucking mind?
Verb.
You ain't never had no problems with me like that. Oh, your squad?
Verb, why you talking about my portfolio is thick as your auntie that catch the Holy Ghost. So much, yo. I was trying to figure out his philosophy, and I wasn't digging it. But then you look up ill will, the definition is animosity or bitterness. Oh shit, we never considered this, because that's his demeanor. Always screaming, fuck this and fuck that. Why you mad at Smacked in the league, bro? Make up your mind. You gonna be a savage or act like a diva? You like Ace if he couldn't get rich, hated on Mitch, then try to get his job back at the cleaners. Oh, I'm ill will. I'm crazy. I'll put some lead in your daughter. Well, Pontiac's only 43 miles from Flint. Worry about giving your own kids lead with the water. But it's always a nigga with no life giving death threats out. Your slogan is,
You mad, nigga? Well, I'm glad, nigga. That's the mind state of a sad nigga.
Y'all niggas act like y'all never watched Floyd before. This ain't even deep shit. He gonna reach quick. I'ma peep the weakness in his defense and expose the holes for you. I mean, you gotta take notes to perform way better than Norm, because the only way he may weather the storm is if I show the road to you. This nigga scared to let the good reflect him. He figured if he look dirty and give me dirty looks, it's gonna make the hood accept him. No wonder you stand up here looking like a broke-ass Kevin Garnett. That's that bullshit perception. The difference between a nigga who could have went to the NBA, but would rather pretend to be a menace so the Wolves would respect him. That was halfway, Ice. Let me show you how a master freestyler take your last round and snatch all that power off you. Cause all the motherfucking jokes about a nigga gay the reason that style will cost you. Imagine me up here talking all this gangster shit about how I'm banging my set. Nigga Smack wouldn't have had another motherfucking event in New York if I was from Harlem and he wasn't booking me. He'd take other Harlem niggas and gave them a check. That's that slave-like mentality in battle rap that'll never gain my respect. How backwards is it to already be underground, get railroaded, then run off and let the white man put a chain on your neck? What you talking about, nigga?
Initially, RBE would operate with a non-long-term contract business model. ARP would often highlight his desire to be a platform that allows for battlers to showcase their skills as independent contractors that are also able to accept battles anywhere else. This was the model for the longest time, with names such as Rosenberg Raw, Show Off, J Murder, Big K, Big Cannon, Oops, Addy Boom, Mr. Mills, Jims, JC, and Excel, amongst others, constantly battling and building themselves on RBE, whilst also taking up multiple other opportunities elsewhere. Despite this, ARP and RBE as a whole would start to notice the need for a more structured approach to artist development, as in late 2016, battlers that were on the rise and wanted to get on the platform would either need to be seen in person or via footage by a member of the RBE team, with no official process to getting on the platform. This changed by the introduction of the 1SK process, standing for One Shot Kill, in 2016. Newer talents would now need to submit footage for review, and they would then be reached out to and given a one-round battle. If successful, they would then be moved on to a more staple series such as Blood, Sweat and Tears or Lift His Soul. Lawrence would be in charge of the 1SK process and would subsequently bring in Robin Rhymes to aid in the process. This remained the case for the longest time with mixed results due to the one and done nature that the process entailed for a while. Many battlers often take time to develop. It may take multiple events or years needed to mold them into stars. Chip Gambino and MVP are notable 1SKs that gained some traction from the process, with them coming back for graduation cards after their 1SKs. Others would remain stagnant or slip through the cracks. Examples include Easy the Block Captain and True Foe, who would both have their one and only RBE battles in 2017. They would both go on to do good things at URL. Yoshi G and J2 are other notable names that passed through RBE and only had a few appearances. Lawrence, in an entire revamp of the 1SK process in 2020, would partner up with Winged, a very experienced and respected member of the battle rap community. With her years of knowledge of the game, she would notice immediate faults with the process and set about putting plans in place for her vision on how best to create a new set of stars for RBE. She was given an initial 1-year period to flesh out and implement these changes, with Lawrence, ARP, and Shotta giving her free rein to do so. She would name the new process Brick by Brick. tying nicely into the RBE motto that has been synonymous with the brand for years now. In looking at all the prior 1SKs, she would decide to bring back some names and also give a shot to the newer names she'd picked up that would make up the bricks for season 1. The chosen names would be Jay Breed, Delvo, Larry Ball, Dev the Demon, Jay Jeans, and Coach Corleone as the newer bricks, and the 4 names that would be grandfathered into season 1, a term for those that had made a 1SK appearance prior to the process, would be Remedy Loco, Zay, Payne, and J Slash. Many of them would immediately get to work on the Brick by Brick Volume 1 card in August 2021, with Winged and Lawrence expertly meshing their newer talents with challenging names such as Saint Mike, Snake Eyes, Mr. Mills, and Heavy Half, amongst others, to test their skills. The momentum would continue building with Brick by Brick Volume 2 in November, with known talents such as Dre Dennis, KD, and Craig Lamar matching up against the likes of Payne, Coach Corleone, and J Slash. This again was another successful event that ran without the co-owners of RBE. With the trial period over, Winged would become an official RBE partner, evidencing the great work that she had done so far with the bricks. She would get straight to work on season 2 of the bricks, and this would see names such as Sino Savvy, Def the Kid, Will Major, 6'8", and Caution get their 1SKs and join the ranks. Eventually, the season 2 class would comprise of almost double the names of season 1 at 17 overall. The promotion, energy, and friendly fire by both seasons of the bricks would lead to ARP hinting towards a huge reward for the work being done in the brick process, as well as a warning for those who had no intentions of fully committing to the process.
Now the second thing that's going to be changing in RBE, none of these people that's online or on Twitter right now talking about new breed or brick by brick or hashtag RBE or new RBE shooters or RBE this or RBE that or claiming to be part of the team or part of the movement. All of y'all doing interviews, being in spaces, putting tweets up, putting it in y'all bios, putting it in y'all default pictures on Instagram and on Twitter, waving the flag. Salute. You are welcome to be amongst the rare breed ENT movement. You are welcome to be the new breed. You are welcome to join brick by brick mentality and movement. You are welcome. But I'm too well versed in motherfuckers talking a good game. So when I'm looking at my phone and I'm getting these text messages from Lawrence and Wayne, yeah, this person got this call, this text message or whatever, I know it never stops. I know it's never gonna end with the petty and the hating and the attempts of interference towards RBE. I know it's never gonna stop because we are who we are. They gotta sign these commitments. Or go over there. Or go that way. If you're going to be a part of this movement, the way we rolling out these brick by brick cards, and we're going to be focusing on development, and we've obviously been stepping up our pace and giving out more plates, and we changed our production where nothing is going on the channel unless it's ruin your day or ruin your day level type of production. That's it.
Brick by Brick 3 would mark another huge turning point for the company and would validate the excellent work being done by the bricks, Winged, and Lawrence. ARP would be in attendance, and immediately after the successful event, he would pull aside 9 of the bricks and offered them the first ever RBE commitment contracts. These 9 names would be Remedy Loco, Coach Corleone, Jay Breed, Sino Savvy, Jay Jeans, Payne, Caution, Zay, and J Slash. ARP would explain the reasoning behind the move as not only a way to legally protect the company's investment, time, and money, but also because the energy that the bricks displayed reminded him of the founding bricks that RBE had in 2014.
When I got on the phone with the artists that were signing, I wanted to make sure that even though they was ready to sign, they got a chance to hear from me some of the reasons why RBE is doing it. And it's not just for the legal backing. It's not just for that. I didn't want the artist to believe that, and I don't want anybody that's watching this to believe that. I told the battlers exactly how I feel. I said, yo, honestly,
these new artists that is coming through this brick by brick shit, the first time I felt this energy was really like day one RBE, like 2014.
The bricks would continue to appear more frequently on the main cards, such as Straight to It Volume 3 and Brick by Brick Volume 4, the fourth installment of the Brick series in just over 12 months. The continued energy and elevation of the bricks would lead to a full circle moment for RBE, with them deciding to bring back Blood, Sweat and Tears for its 7th installment 3 years after Blood, Sweat and Tears 6. This for the new bricks would be an opportunity similar to the first bricks, such as Oops, Show Off, ID Boom, Big Cannon and Gyms way back in 2014. The new bricks would show up, show out, and in the process show the battle rap community at large that they were here to stay. Divide and Conquer, the latest RBE card, has seen 4 of the new standout bricks, Pain, Caution, Coach Corleone and J Jeans, given heavy spotlights on this card, with them all making the most of the opportunity. This just goes to show the success of the fully fleshed out process by Winged that has led to the bricks going from a development process in 2020 to being main attractions on a main RBE card in just under 3 years. With several 1SK intakes on the horizon, RBE's development process looks to be in good hands for the next few years. It's no secret that RBE and URL don't see eye to eye on many fronts. As we mentioned earlier, this tension started years ago, and despite some of the faces changing, the sentiment remains the same. ARP, to his credit, has always been one of the very few to speak out and challenge the actions of those that he sees as harming the culture's growth overall.
Yo, what's wrong with y'all motherfuckers, man? Is this not called a culture for a reason? Y'all claim to embrace it?
We don't fuck with our own outside. That's the thing. We not fucking
what's wrong with y'all motherfuckers, man?
Rap in real life.
What's wrong with y'all?
Support ourselves.
Why don't y'all fucking support each other? Why y'all always bitching and blocking and doing? Every time I cut on the fucking internet, it's somebody with controversy, a block battle. Somebody did some snake shit behind the scenes.
Niggas want to be battle rap wives.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? And none of y'all making no money off of this shit.
Hell no.
These niggas on this camera right now, I ain't gonna point them out. None of y'all live like them. Fuck is wrong with y'all? I wasn't talking about him. You know what I'm saying? But
yo, it's a culture. If it's RBE,
fuck got 3,000 square feet in their crib and all that. I'm not saying who it is. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Let us own this shit. Let us be together and push this shit out. No matter which league you come from, push this shit together as one culture.
RBE have always claimed to play defense due to the repeated alleged sabotage attempts on their cards, with them having many pre-booked battles cancelled as a result of this. One example is the original Rare Breeds card that was booked and paid for in 2018.
From a legacy standpoint, I love the Rare Breeds card. But let me just let y'all know what it originally was. And when I say originally was, I'm not talking about the idea. I'm talking about what was contracted and locked in and paid for with the business set on Rare Breed Entertainment. Murder Mook versus Averb, King Los versus Daylight, Iron Solomon versus O-Red, Pat Stay versus Shotgun Suge, Matt Hoffa versus Geechee Gotti, a surprise battle. I don't even remember what the surprise battle was. Swave Sever versus B. Dot, Spanish Harlem versus Top 10. That card got altered into switching out Iron Solomon versus O-Red for Iron Solomon versus Big K. Pat Stay versus Shotgun Suge to Pat Stay versus Danny Myers. And Geechee Gotti versus Matt Hoffa to Ill Will versus Big T.
Due to the ongoing legal case between URL and RBE, it seems fruitless to go over every single alleged piece of misconduct between the two, as they will fight it out in court. What I can direct you to is a small blogger that you might be familiar with that has strong ties to RBE and has detailed out everything in a lengthy series on the RBE channel, titled Follow the Imitators. What's his name again? Oh yeah, ARP. This year will mark the 10-year anniversary of RBE's creation, and what a stellar 10 years it has been. From scratch, they have cultivated and grown a fan base from many different countries around the world. Their DNA remains all over the culture, whether that be through classic matchups that have stood the test of time, culture-shifting moments that have set the culture ablaze time and time again, being picked up and highlighted by some of the biggest entities in hip-hop, and being another avenue that allows for some of the best names in the culture to pick up a check for their talent. This is even more impressive when considering the size of the team over the years has remained relatively small, even including all of the names past and present. This includes names such as ARP himself, Shotta, Lawrence, Ant, Dap the God, DJ XL, Robin Rhymes, Winged, Mech, Big Dan, and also by extension, due to the constant partnership and work carried out between the two, Rap Grid, Avocado and the Ruin Your Day team, and Boss Chick Rain, amongst others. I've listed out some of the standout achievements that RBE has garnered throughout its lifetime. It is also worth highlighting the lengthy list of celebrity supporters that have supported and tuned into RBE cards over the years, including, but not limited to, Royster59, Lupe Fiasco, Joe Budden, Dave East, Jada Kiss, Crooked Eye, LL Cool J, The Game, Raekwon, and Busta Rhymes, just to name a few. For Shotta and ARP to turn this idea into an independent global brand that operates to this day off its integrity and rare breed mentality is commendable, and we as fans win the most with the repeat quality entertainment provided by them over this past 10 years. Salute to ARP, Shotta, and the whole RBE team, and long may their hard work continue. What are some of your favourite RBE battles and memories from their first 10 years? Like, share and subscribe for more, and until next time, peace.